So, imagine this for a moment. What if someone walked up to you and offered you $10 million for something that means everything to you? Not a house, not a car, not an investment, but something personal, something symbolic, something earned. That's exactly what happened to Alexandra Ila, and what she did next stunned the world. After battling through one of the most grueling matches of her career, Alexandra stood alone on the court exhausted, every muscle aching, lungs burning, hands trembling from adrenaline. The crowd was on its feet chanting her name. In her hand was a racket most people would have thrown away. The grip was unraveling. The strings were frayed, tape barely holding it together. To anyone else, it looked like damaged equipment ready to be replaced. But to her, it was proof of 5 a.m. practices, lonely nights far from home, heartbreaking losses that nearly made her quit, and the sacrifices her family made so she could chase something bigger than comfort. That racket wasn't equipment. It was her journey. Then something unusual happened. From the VIP section, a powerful figure stood up. Security hesitated, then stepped aside. It was Sheikh Khaled al-Rashid, a billionaire worth over $50 billion. A man known for private islands, rare Ferraris, multiple jets, and art collections most people only see in museums. Beside him stood his young daughter, Aisha, maybe 12 or 13 years old, her eyes red from crying. The stadium slowly fell silent. You could feel it. Something extraordinary was about to unfold. He took the microphone and, in a calm, steady voice, pointed directly at Alexandra's battered racket. He offered her $10 million for it. Not a sponsorship. Not a contract. $10 million on the spot. A collective gasp swept through the arena. $10 million. More than most professional tennis players earn in their entire careers. Only legends like Roger Federer, Serena Williams, Venus Williams, and Novak Djokovic have crossed that mark in tournament prize money over decades. And here it was, offered for a single racket still damp with sweat. Social media exploded instantly. Broadcasters scrambled. Commentators were speechless. Then the billionaire explained why. His daughter idolized Alexandra. Her bedroom walls were covered in posters. She practiced for hours trying to copy that left-handed forehand. She cried after losses. She dreamed of becoming just like her. He didn't want the racket as a collector's item. He wanted it as a symbol, a reminder of perseverance, integrity, and excellence. The camera zoomed in on Alexandra's face. 4 seconds passed. 5 seconds. Silence. $10 million could fund academies across the Philippines. It could eliminate financial pressure forever. It could secure generations. For most people, the answer would be instant. But Alexandra Ila is not most people. She didn't blink. She didn't negotiate. She didn't ask for time. She looked at the billionaire, then at his daughter, and she refused. Not arrogantly, not dramatically, but sincerely. Because that racket was not for sale. It wasn't about the money. It was about what it represented. The journey, the struggle, the identity. In that moment, she showed the world something powerful. Not everything has a price. To understand the weight of that decision, we have to rewind. Minutes earlier, this wasn't just a match. It was war. Alexandra, the pride of the Philippines, built her career through relentless grind. From training at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, to battling through the brutal ITF circuit, to making history at the U.S. Open Junior Tournament as the first Filipino to win a Junior Grand Slam singles title. But on this day, the pressure felt different. The rallies were brutal. 20-shot exchanges, 30-shot exchanges, baseline-to-baseline warfare. Her signature left-handed forehand carved impossible angles. Her opponent refused to back down. Every point felt like match point. Filipino flags waved wildly in the stands. Then championship point arrived. The stadium fell into complete silence. She tossed the ball high, delivered a precise serve, slid across the clay. Movement perfected through years in Spain, and ripped a forehand down the line. Winner. Game. Set. Match. The stadium erupted. Fans cried. Strangers hugged. Flags flew. She dropped her racket and bent over, overwhelmed. That was the racket. That was the moment. And now someone wanted to buy it. But if she sold it right there, it would no longer belong to the journey. It would belong to the money. In the Philippines, the reaction went beyond pride. It became reverence. She was already a champion. Now she became something more, a symbol of integrity, grace under pressure, and values over wealth. Ironically, experts believe that decision may earn her far more than $10 million over time, because authenticity cannot be staged or scripted. It cannot be bought. Grand slams like the Wimbledon Championships, the French Open, the Australian Open, and the US Open still await her. But now she enters them with something more powerful than money: belief, and millions of people watching not just for her forehand, but for her character. Days later, the video of that moment had been viewed hundreds of millions of times around the world. Shared, translated, analyzed. But what people weren't sharing was just a refusal. They were sharing a reminder. Money can buy comfort. Money can buy luxury. Money can buy almost anything. But it cannot buy the heart of a champion. It cannot buy conviction. It cannot buy identity. That day, a billionaire learned something wealth alone cannot teach. His daughter received more than a racket. She received a blueprint. And the world was reminded what sports are really about: human connection, inspiration, and the courage to stand by your principles. So now the question is simple. If someone offered you $10 million for something that means the world to you, would you take it? Or would you protect it? There's no easy answer. It comes down to values, priorities, and who you are when nobody else can decide for you. Because sometimes, the greatest victories don't show up on the scoreboard.